Hey everybody, it's Rob here with Empire Clan, doing a video about the last hero standing, last bot standing, whatever you call it, as well as demoing the new and improved magic construct, which they now call Vengeful construct. So now you have two different constructs. You have a Vengeful one, you have a magic one. The Vengeful one does pretty much the same thing as the other one does, with some slight enhancement. So rather than being a one that generates growth based off of the minions that you're applying to the field, this one actually grows based off the damage you receive at your portal. Pretty impressive. So I went ahead and spent my hard-earned $20 bill and bought this thing really for the gems and such, because whenever I see gems that are a good deal, I get them. But he's pretty problematic. I mean, if you look at him, he could be definitely a pain in the butt based off what I've been playing with him. He's been pretty fun. I did create a deck specific for him. I did make some slight modifications to it because I started going against people that were using him as well, that were doing other counters for spam, so I had to go ahead and make the modifications. So let's go ahead and do, since I have 1 hour left on Last Hero Standing, I've been using two decks in Last Hero Standing. One is a Valen deck, and the other one is my spam deck. And I'm right there almost at the 1100, so I'm going to go ahead and try to finish that up now while we're doing the stream. So this is my Terran Reed deck using the new Vengeful construct. As you see, it's kind of spammy, but also has some counters. And here is the Valen deck I throw in there, which is my healing one I was using before without the Vengeful construct, because I haven't really needed to use him in this deck. And I might play with it and see how he works with the heal from the Wisp Mother. It'd be interesting to see how that dynamic works. But without further ado, let's go ahead and try out the Vengeful construct deck that they have boosted right now to level 11. I guess that the Elite Warrior, or not Elite Warrior, but the Swordsman was just not getting used. So maybe that was just a tease, maybe it was a joke on Norris's part, but let's go ahead and do this. Now I have the music and the attack sounds reduced or cut off because I can't seem to get the sound reduced down, so when I'm talking you're having a hard time hearing me from what some people gave me some feedback. And this is going to be nothing but a bunch of shit flying all over the place, so to eliminate the possibility of not hearing what I'm saying, I'm going ahead and removing the sounds. Now I haven't lost at all, so I've finished top on every time I play this thing. So I don't know what else to do. Come on, NFL. Sorry guys, Fantasy League stuff's blowing me up and distracting me now, of course. Alright, so this is now becoming an issue, so I'm gonna go ahead and just eliminate all that crap. There you go. So in a way, with this new minion, it kind of encourages you to take damage to your portal, because if you're taking the damage to your portal, it makes you stronger. So why would you not want to take that damage? I mean, that's kind of the perk on this thing. So letting yourself kind of get hurt a little bit is in reality kind of beneficial in this scenario. Oddly enough, they have not given me my soul leech. So right now, I'm just throwing stuff that I know is going to be coming through. Like, you know, I know they're going to try to overwhelm me with maybe a, see, here comes the stupid, these guys are level 11, so these are actually stronger than any other ones I've already faced. I'm trying to at least get to the portal and do some damage for this guy. But as you can see, they're doing a good job holding me back, so I can't do any damage. Now they give that to me. So if you haven't played the last bot standing scenario, pretty much you're playing against robots. You're not playing against any real people. And look, they got two Anubises and one, no, I'm sorry, one Anubis and the irritating. Let's see, I'm now barely doing damage to her. So they create the decks based off of the decks you're using. So reality, what I should probably do right now, since they've already created all these decks to fight me based off the deck that I have, I should probably switch to my Valen deck, but I'm gonna hold off this so we can experiment. I want you guys to see this Vengeful construct, so I'm not gonna switch it out. The whole purpose of this is so you can see how it works in this event, because in my opinion, the Vengeful construct was specifically designed for the Last Hero Standing, because you're gonna get overwhelmed by these bots at some point. They're gonna start just tearing you up. They're gonna start overwhelming you with little shit. Like as you can see here, they got two rolling rocks back to back. I'm surprised the freeze didn't pop out of nowhere. But they're going to start to overwhelm you. So you got to start making some decisions. Are you going to keep the deck you have? Or are you going to, you know, are you going to modify it? And that's when you start catching yourself, because you don't get a lot of time to modify your decks. They only give you a very, very short window. And the bots start to get smarter as the game progresses. So the further into this last bot standing you get, see all the counters? They had every single counter for what I just laid down. So they literally wiped out everything I put down. And they knew I was going to have to defend against that. So they knew they were going to put Anubis behind it. They knew I was going to put Anubis up there. So what did they do? They put the Amazon right there. So the game is designed to kill you. That's the whole point of this thing. So you just got to be smarter and outthink the bots. Now, I know the last video I did, you guys saw me kind of get obliterated. That was a later part of the Ascension stuff. So it really wasn't a good example. The bots start to use the Ascensions, which is bullshit. They shouldn't be able to take advantage of all the perks. Look at this stuff. They should be able to take care of all the perks, take advantage of all the perks of the Ascensions. That's just not fair. But again, you can't complain. It's, you know, fairness isn't part of life, right? So here I am doing minimum damage to this thing. So this is going to be one of those battles, because I'm close to the 1100. They're going to make all the battles I'm probably going to fight be the longest, most stressful, drawn-out battles they can possibly give me. So I am now going up the lowest health person. So I'm the highest health person, and they're putting me against the lowest health person. Don't know why. That doesn't make sense to me. I should be going off probably somebody of equal strength, right? This isn't like, you know, basketball NCAA championship stuff where you take the last seed versus the first seed and just kind of eliminate people like that. That doesn't work. That shouldn't work that way, but that's how this game does it. So it is what it is. So let's go ahead and just spam him. I'm not gonna let him grow. So they know I need to put something in that middle lane, so they're going to entice me. Now the good thing is I have a bunch of skeletons that, oh, see, they had the freeze ready for me. So now I gotta, okay, how did he get a reflector? And the reason why they're doing it is because they want to now use those spears against my my girl there. See, so I gotta protect her. So she's strong. I want her to be strong. Alright, I haven't used this against that thing, so let's see how that works. Oh, look what you have. The Devourer, specifically there for that. So I'm going to kill the Devourer. I'm going to let them just continuously kill stuff up there, because that's fine with me. So that my lovely Soul Leech can do her damage. And I'm not too concerned with those guys up there, because like I said, I kind of want the damage. I kind of want them to hurt me a little bit, because I want to start building up these constructs. These vengeful constructs. I want to be able to use them as defense later on, because what I've done and what I've seen using this thing is that if you let the bot kind of beat you up a lot, in some cases, like do some amount of damage to you, when you face that last bot or two that are just ridiculously balls crazy, you can use him as a defense, because his regenerative skills or power is just ridiculous. So if you're not familiar with the vengeful construct based off what I showed you on the screen, before I started the campaign. So he not only grows based off the damage you take to the portal, he slightly increases health. So he's regenerating health kind of like the Treant does over a period of time. And based off the videos that I've done demonstrating him to the clan, so they can kind of get an understanding of what the hell they're going to be dealing with here, he is, in my opinion, a little bit OP at the moment, because the power that he has is the Silver Ranger, unless it's a high Silver Ranger, doesn't kill him. The Bloodstalker does damage to him, but not, in my opinion, enough to really justify to justify you know, really put him down, unless you were able to really absorb a lot on the field at the time. So okay, they put down Anubis, which is fine. So yeah, he's in my opinion a little OP. I don't know if I don't know if he's gonna last very long. I really think that they're gonna eventually nerf him, because based off of the regeneration skill, based off the amount of growth he gets off of the portal damage, based off of the other spells that are out there for those high tier players, like, you know, the ones that can use Elena's call that she does, where she can call multiple versions of a card. I haven't seen it yet, and I asked one of my guildmates who actually saw it used in practice, you know, what does that do when it comes down to the degradation of the health? Because when you do that spirit call with Elena, it creates another version of that card you're putting down. When you have it leveled all the way up, it lets you do 3, which 2 of them start to decline in health over time. But with his regenerative skills, does that work? Does he die? Or will he just regenerate health all the way back up to top? And that's kind of scary. If he can do that, you're now in sense giving somebody who has Elena using that spell with a card that only costs 6 mana to use, that can, in some instances, be probably almost as dangerous, if not as dangerous, as an abomination in certain scenarios. And that is problematic. I don't see how that is okay. But again, that's for Nordis to figure out. They know all. They'll figure out what works and what doesn't work and what's appropriate for the game. But if you start to create stuff that just creates a problem for other players, that makes it not fun, you will alienate your long-term players. Like me, for example. If I start facing that shit left and right at the level I am going to probably stop playing this game. And I hate to say that because I do like this game a lot. Regardless of the changes they made, I still find it fun. I still find it relaxing. Relax is probably the best word to say, but I do find it, I guess, more competitive than, like, say, Castle Crush or something of that nature. I think they did a good job when they first launched this game to balance out strength versus weakness with the spells. The spells was a good addition in this game to make it different than the others, and they have very diverse and I think creative minions. The hero class with the spells, and then the minions they have. I love it. I think it's I'm a fantasy buff, so I kind of like stuff like that. That brings me back to some type of Lord of the Rings style concept. But at the same time, the game has to be fair and balanced. And as they've been evolving and trying to answer people's gripes, they've inadvertently I think created additional gripes with some of the veteran players that were doing good with what they had. Sometimes, you can't meet everybody's expectations. You have to eventually understand that some people are just not able to be satisfied, no matter what you do. You can't please everybody, right? And unfortunately, if you're pleasing the groups of people that love to spam, that love to be a pain in the ass, because that's just who they are, then you're just creating a disaster for yourself from an operational standpoint, because you're never going to please the masses the way you think you're going to. It just doesn't work that way. At some point, somebody's going to be dissatisfied. Somebody's going to be upset. Somebody's not going to like the game, and you're gonna have those losses. That's the nature of the beast. So if you're trying to not have that, then you're living in a fantasy world, and that's just coming from a business standpoint, from a business perspective, rather. All right, so this bot is got a pretty good diverse set here, so I gotta make some decisions, y'all. All right, I don't want the treant up there, but see, they put the fucking shield. They knew that's what I was gonna do. They knew that's what I had to do, rather, because the treant's is a problem because it's an ascended treant. Which, again, see what's happening to my Vengeful Construct now? So the Vengeful Construct is now becoming a problem for them. Not enough of a problem, in my opinion, but see, I'm doing enough damage there. And this is a level 9 bot here, by the way. So this bot is not even a high-tiered bot. This is a level 9 bot that is now giving me a problem here. You believe this shit? Look at the Abomination was there to counter the... which they don't typically use an Abomination. So this bot was designed to fight my deck. Look at the damage he did. That is bullshit. And are they making me fight fault marijuana? So now they got me fighting Little Joe here, or Little whatever the hell that name is, Little Jeronin. And of course, Marijuana, or whatever the person's name was, is doing the bonus round. I don't get that luxury. So this might be my first loss, of course, when I'm doing the video. And that's just going to make it harder for me to get to that top that I want to get to, because I just want to get it over with so I can then go ahead and use the whatchamacallits for the additional frost witch, ice witch, whatever her name is. I want more of her, because I find her actually a pretty good card. Look, they has to take care of that Bloodstalker. You see that? They can't let that Bloodstalker survive, and I'm not worried about the fire with him because the fire doesn't hurt him. See how he's just regenerating and it's not even doing anything? And now he's just going to pulverize. And it's unfortunate because they're going to make me fight Marijuana, and Marijuana's going to probably obliterate the hell out of me because that bot was just so overbearing. I shouldn't have did that. That was my fault. I put the wrong thing in the wrong spot. But they just can't stop that construct. Look at that. That's where I believe this thing was created for this event, because he just becomes such a problem that they have to focus. So he's only got 244 health, okay? He's got 5 stars though, so that means he's gonna be powerful. That means his guys are gonna come in there doing like 30, 40% more damage than they typically do. So you look at my health, 24,000 portal health, right? That's gonna go away in seconds. All he's gotta do is get either the Scourge or whatever. He's got that shield. I have to do 2 things here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do this, throw them off. This is my overtime or my bonus round deck. I just want things that are gonna hit the portal. All he's got is 244. If I can use my rune cannon to kill it, I'd be happy with that. I'm not playing that game with marijuana. Sorry. I don't trust the game enough. All right, good, they gave me a rune cannon, which is fine. All right, so they're gonna put him down. I know they're gonna probably put shield on that. It just makes sense to put shield on it. So I'm going to, let's see here. Is it gonna work? He's gonna hammer it, I already know it. Yeah, see? There you go. So now I need to do something with that. And I'm not gonna even focus on him. Come on, do damage. Bam, see? So it threw them off because they then started trying to be aggressive with me, thinking I was gonna actually truly fight them, but that wasn't my intent there. All right, so there you go. The older ones start to become a pain. Now I'd like to show you guys a bonus round thing using the deck that I have for my bonus round. It's actually designed to just win the bonus event. All right, so all I need is another 100% win, which would make me a perfect record. I think it'll be my first time doing a perfect during this event. And how much time do I got left? I got 43 minutes, so if I do happen to lose, at least I still have some time. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try this and see what happens. I'm gonna use this deck to start off with so that they generate based off of that deck. And then I'm gonna switch it. All right, so now I'm gonna edit my deck and I'm gonna go to my construct deck and the Vengeful Construct and then go from there. So now the bot's probably gonna be confused. Now again, that's only assuming that they generate the decks before the battle, right? My theory is they generate it during the battle, but all these kind of follow the same flow. So my theory is actually counter to what I normally think when you fight a bot in regular battle. I think this deck is not designed during the battle. I think it's designed before the battle. Because see, they always have the things to counter certain shit. All right, so I'm not gonna let him do that. All right, I'm gonna put him behind him. So they want me to focus on an archer. That's what they want right now. So I'm gonna let her do her little animation, and then I'm gonna kill her. Bam. And then I'm gonna put the Vengeful Construct in front of this thing so you can kind of see what happens. See, look, Ranger's not doing anything. A little bit of health down, but not enough to justify, you know, the kill. All right, so I'm gonna put him back there. I'm gonna spam and then take out the lane. I'm gonna let that kind of go. Now I'm just gonna start spamming the heck out of this thing because it wasn't expecting this when it developed the deck. Spam it, spam it, spam it, spam it, spam it. The bots are there for strength aggression. They're not there for spam aggression. So it's hard for them to just defend against the spam stuff. Because see, they want to take a lane out. They want you to put all your attention to this lane here in the middle. And if you spread it out enough, it starts causing grief. And look at this thing slowing down. There was so much going on. This thing couldn't even keep up with it. Yeah, buddy. All right, so let's see. Next. Wasn't it? Like, the bots get so much benefit and so much privilege. Like, these fuckers can put down anything they want. And they do it in such a strategic way. It's like, it's almost impossible for that to even be realistic. And, you know, you're sitting here and you think you got a good deck set up, and then for some damn strange reason, they get every perfect counter against whatever you laid down. You put down skeletons, somehow this son of a bitch has the alchemist and Amazon and Hellfiend, and, you know, just every stupid little thing you can think of to just cause you so much grief. And it's so blatantly bullshit is what makes it. Look, see, all my guys now, of some strange reason, spawned in the middle lane where the treant's just gonna just devour them. You know, like, they're doing damage, but Jesus Christ, come on now. So I'm doing this on purpose here. Oh man, I didn't realize he actually had that. That was my error. All right, I'm gonna let him do some damage. Let me use this first, to kill some of those rolling rocks. But oh man, and this is another thing too that I got to gripe about. This goddamn stupid Lord Sumrak. Whenever the bots use it is the best Sumrak in the planet. This son of a bitch can never be killed. Like, he's just unstoppable. And he kills everything. Like, he somehow has the capability to spawn in the lane that just kills everything. You know, I like Sumrak, so I'm not going to complain about him too much. I think he's probably the best mythical card that they have. I mean, look at him. He's taking the damage from the Bloodstalker. The only reason the Bloodstalker is going to survive that is because he's so damn strong because of everything I sucked up. And I could have used the spell there to stop that flow, but I didn't care. But yeah, it's just like, these Sumrak decks are a problem. I always thought the Undead Warlord were the problem decks, but now these Sumrak decks are a pain in the ass. Hey guys, Rob here. Probably shocked to hear it come straight like that, right? With no transition. Hey, I just had to let you guys know that the video had to be edited because there were some technical difficulties. You can notice it about the last, I'd say probably the last minute or so of the video, beginning of that last fight, to where you can see some glitchiness happening, and I don't know if it has anything to do with maybe the recording software, or my phone was starting to overheat or whatnot, because that is a lot of stuff going on, and it makes your phone start to heat up pretty bad when you're playing that event. But regardless, it started causing some challenges regarding the video audio versus the actual actions occurring on the screen. So I've been working on it for the past 24 hours or so, trying to get that to sync, but it's a losing battle, and I decided to go ahead and just cut the second portion of that video. So really all it was me finishing the battles again, going through that campaign, finishing, did get my no loss reward, so I was happy with that. Then I went ahead and purchased the 900 gem category for the Ice Witch to go ahead and get her. So I spent those gems, got the Ice Witch, also got some other beneficial cards here and there, but nothing major. A lot of money, a lot of Phoenix tokens, and so on and so forth. But other than that, I just did a couple battles with the new Vengeful Construct. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to provide those videos. Of course, if you know my username up there, which you can see, you can find me in the game. You can also look at my previous battles if you want. Really was playing with some decks, trying different strategies and such, but at the end of the day, the video did not capture that, so unfortunately it's like it never happened. So I will do another video that will demonstrate the Vengeful Construct and how it can be utilized in battle. We are now in another third week of the Ascension portal, so you can take a look at that and in that video kind of see what kind of challenges we're going to be dealing with. But unfortunately, I could not demonstrate that on that last video, so I apologize. Either way, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Don't forget to ring that bell to ensure that you get notified of any other videos I post. And like I always say, stay safe, stay sharp. And until next time, guys, I'll talk to you then. See you soon.
Thank you.